meeting for Tuesday, November 21st, 2023 at 6:30 PM, McDonald Brown Conference Room is now open. And I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes for November 17th.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oh, there's Carol. Okay, all right, so first one is a new public hearing, I'll read that in, for 19 Scotland Street. Under the Wetlands Protection Act, Chapter 131, Section 40 MGL, as amended, the West Bridgewater Wetlands Protection Bylaw and Rules and Regulations, the Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on November 21st, 2023, at 6:30 PM in the McDonald Brown Conference Room, 65 North Main Street, on a notice of intent, 19 Scotland Street, for a septic system upgrade. And I assume that's you.
Good evening, everyone. Dave Cutter from Cullen Civil Engineering Group. We're here tonight for your feedback on that.
Yep.
Say that. All right. Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
So, this is a septic repair on Scotland Street. Just to give you an idea of where it is, Elm Street is up here, South Elm, and this goes all the way to Pleasant Street where the industrial area is. We're right in front of 24, so 24 is right behind us. This Scotland Street, you take this left to go to Bridgewater with the satellites. It's
Is that
it's that corner lot right there.
On, next to the highway.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, right on this side of the highway, you're not on.
Is that the one that did some work out back? Was it?
No, this one doesn't have any work.
No,
We're
okay.
gonna do some removing of stuff up
All
back,
right.
but we didn't do any work out back on this one. So the green line is a delineated wetland by Brook Monroe. It goes around the north side of the property, all the way around to the south side of the property, then it kind of goes back behind the other properties on Scotland Street. The siltation fence are these thick dash lines, this black one here that cuts across the driveway. Here's a driveway coming in on the south side. So we're gonna put a siltation fence to the house, out to the wood line. And then we'll have another siltation fence. This is actually erosion control silt sock right along the edge of the work limit, and we're gonna bring it right up to the house and right up to the street. Pretty much all the grades flow from the street down towards the wetland. The septic system is gonna be inside the 50. We have the 50-foot line here in orange, and you can see that a good portion of the septic is inside the 50 and a small portion is outside the 50 and the 100. We'll keep the stockpile outside the 50-foot here along the driveway. And it's gonna be a pump system. It's gonna be a little bit raised, about 2 feet, but we're gonna have a barrier around the whole system. It's gonna be 4 feet above the water table. We're not allowed, if we work inside the 50, to have it less than 4 feet above the water table, so we're not asking for any waivers there. It's not in a Zone 2 well protection district. It is in a Hockomock Swamp area, so it's in an ACEC area for the Hockomock Swamp, but it's not in an endangered heritage species. It's not in any of the heritage species zones. So it's just a septic repair. It's going to be a pump station. We're going to have a tank, a pump, and pump up into the slightly raised system. It's going to, the top of the system's at 51. This is at 49.5. It's going to be about 1.5 foot raised system. And this is a septic repair. It's going to go right on top of the old system. You can see the old system right in here.
Is it an old pit?
Yeah, it's actually an old trench.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has failed, and it's in the water table, so we're gonna bring everything outside the 4 foot minimum for the water table, and get it as far away from the wetlands as we can. Unfortunately, we're gonna have a silt fence here that's 11 feet, as close as 11 feet to the wetland line.
Is it a grassy area right now?
Yeah, the wood line is shown here, and all the work is done in the front, in a pre-disturbed area.
Okay.
There are stockpiles in back, and there is a construction materials out back. we're gonna get rid of those. We're gonna take those out of there. We are proposing conservation posts, 10 of them. They're gonna come down the wood line, come around the wood line, pretty much along the wood line and all the way back out to the street. So we'll put 10 markers in.
Are they planning on selling?
Just right where the system is, and it's gonna be clean sand.
No, I mean, are they planning on selling the house? The
Oh,
house
so,
fans?
I don't know what they're
Oh,
gonna,
okay, I'm gonna say,
I don't know what they're into.
make sure those markers are all,
Those stockpiles don't have anything to do with what you're doing. You're just
No,
gonna
they
take them out.
don't. We just we noticed them and they're in the backyard, we're gonna take them out.
they're just dirt?
Yeah, they're just stockpiles.
There was an RDA before us a few years ago for an addition onto the
Oh,
back of the house.
that's the one, that's what I
And
was
that's
thinking
why the
of.
stockpiles,
Oh,
I think
okay.
they're left from the excavation.
That's what I was
the
asking,
foundation
all right.
For the garage under and the,
Did they ever put that in? They-
it
they
is,
did-
the
Yeah, they didn't
addition's
put the
there.
addition on, yeah.
I actually did a site visit already,
Mm-hmm.
and the only thing I would ask is if we could add an 11th marker between number flags 10 and 11.
10 and 11,
Or,
by the
or
porch.
figure out a way to move, say, flag number 11 further between where it is now and number 10.
It's right
Only-
on it, yeah.
Only because if you look there, there's almost a entranceway into the wetland area, and there's old logs that are piled there, and it looks like
Right
they're
in
putting all
here.
their grass clippings and debris
Yeah.
out. So right in between 10 and 11,
Right in between?
right there would be, I mean, we can pick that up as an as-built and do it as part of an order of conditions.
Yeah,
so
we
that
can
we're not-
certainly put one there, just where they have been infringing on the wetlands.
Yeah, just because I think if it is going to be sold,
Yeah.
the next homeowner is just
Should
going to be
not-
piling all the debris
Yep.
in the same spot that
Do
somebody
they
else.
have to take that out, though? That they've been piling in there, or
It's old enough now that it'd probably do more damage than good.
it's just,
But you can, I mean, because the house, I think, has been empty
For a while, yeah.
for a while.
Oh, it's been empty?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think, nobody been living in
but
it.
it's all natural
Yeah, the
sticks
stuff
and-
growing up through the leaves and the pile of debris, and the
Alright.
logs are rather old, but
Okay.
you can see there's a definite pathway going in, and
Yeah, we'll stick one right there in the,
that was the only spot that I noticed, so
okay, yeah.
adding an 11th there would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise, I had no other issues.
Me either.
And the silt fence that was put up for the original construction for the RDA, one part of it's down, but if they're gonna be doing the septic system, they're gonna either install new or fix what's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are gonna have a dewatering pit here inside our work limit, so if we run into any of those problems, we have a detail of it right here.
Does Carol or Steve have any issues?
Nope.
Can they hear?
Okay.
All set?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll entertain motion to close the hearing.
Motion to close?
Do I hear a second?
We had motion to close, Steve second? Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, then I'll entertain a motion to order a standard order of conditions with an additional one marker, wetland marker.
I'll make that motion.
Steve seconds?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
And then a motion, entertain a motion to grant a waiver to work in the 50.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right. So that's that one. Good.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too.
Enjoy the
Yeah,
turkey.
Everybody have a good Thanksgiving.
We will. You going to George's?
No, I think he kicked me out.
Hey, we gotta laugh, right?
Yeah. Okay, the next one is a new, what is it, an amend the comprehensive stormwater management regulation sections? Proposed stormwater regulation changes. So I'll read that in.
Yeah.
In accordance with Article 54 West Bridgewater Stormwater Management and Erosion Control Bylaw of the West Bridgewater General Bylaws, the West Bridgewater Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on November 21st, 2023 at 6:30 PM in the McDonald Brown Conference Room. 65 North Main Street to amend the comprehensive stormwater management regulations. Okay, so I'm assuming then
All right.
must be the new
Yeah.
things were added.
It's bigger. All right. So I can give you the,
Yeah.
preview the sections that we're looking to amend. I'll scroll through so everybody can see what we're looking at. So section 4.4 would be who would be sending the package of the applications to. It lists the Conservation Commission. We already get it because we're the authority that oversees it. And the building department wants it digitally. They don't want a copy sent to them.
Okay.
And so that was requiring just striking those changes. 5.1.3 was just a typo. So we were fixing that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And 6.4, it used to require 6 copies, complete sets of everything.
Mm.
2 copies.
And therefore, we're only looking to less paper, 3 copies, 1 being digital and 2 paper.
Okay.
6.5.1 was the fee, going from 50 to 200.
Yep.
And 6.11, again, was changing the number of copies so that we get 2 on the as-bills, 1 digital and 1 for the file, a hard copy.
Okay.
And the really big one was the 7.2, which would be changing the disturbed area from 5,000 to the 2,000 square feet, and then adding orders within 300 feet of a stormwater control system or device, or on a slope greater than 20%. And that should capture most of the issues we're having with things
Yeah.
getting missed. And then the last one was 7.4, again, going from 4 copies, reducing it to the 3, getting 1 digital in paper. And if the commission feels that they want more hard copies to look at, we can go back, but the digital copies for plans seem to be working, so.
Yeah, I mean, that would be basically you.
Right, I mean,
You would know better on that one.
right, I mean, we need to have 1 hard copy
Yeah.
in the files, no matter what, so at this point, keeping all of them get scanned, or we get digital copies most of the time from the engineers.
Yeah.
And how do we get these out to the public, to the engineers?
Once we've adopted them, the town clerk certifies them,
Right,
and then she puts them onto the town's website, and we put them onto the conservation page on the website. And we put a notification on it that they've been amended and they're updated.
okay. So if they don't notice it, well,
Right, it's their responsibility to read them, but
Right.
I will also send out to the regular group that we deal with
yeah,
Yeah.
an email saying that they've been updated, so
Great.
please check.
okay. I'm all set.
All sounds good.
Anybody questions? Comments? Okay,
Okay, so I entertain a motion to close the hearing.
Motion to close?
moved and seconded.
Okay.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I'll entertain a motion to accept the changes as printed.
I shall make that motion.
Steve seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So the next one is a continued public hearing for 686 Manley Street on the notice of intent for general stormwater management permit.
Let's see if I can get this. All right, and 686 has requested a continuance until December 5th for the 53G review. They've got changes to the plans that they aren't completed yet.
Oh, so they had to make changes?
They had to make some changes in calculations to the stormwater.
Because of the 53?
Yep.
Oh, that's good. So that's a good thing about that then. So, sounds good to me then.
Yeah.
So I entertain a motion to continue until December 5th.
I'll make the motion.
Seconded, okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the next one will be 44 South Main Street for a notice of intent for general stormwater associated utilities. Another continued. That's, well, they haven't done much to that at all. They got a lot of stuff to deal with that before they even start digging the ground.
Where is it, in the state now, primarily, or,
I would assume so, right?
yeah?
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, our normal speaker's not working, so we're gonna try Plan B.
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay, great, thank you. Good evening. Walter Hermano, professional engineer working for Jordan Camara Outdoor Living Materials. We're here before you with our notice of intent that we've had to continue. 44 South Main Street. He's proposing an outdoor softscape, hardscape retail business at 44 South Main. Give you a quick update. Well, we have been through, not yet complete, but we have through several meetings with the Zoning Board of Appeals for a permit for his intended use. And they've indicated to us to go through conservation for the finalization of the site plan review and stormwater review by the peer reviewer. So what is due to you from me is a completed site plan and revised stormwater management documents. And if I could go to and share my screen, I'd like to show you the plan and a few changes that we've made to it so far.
Yep, you should be all set.
All right, can everyone see the site plan?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, I can.
Okay, let me know if anyone needs this to be zoomed in any particular areas. When we last met, we had a building that was an exact rectangle. Now we have made it a little bit smaller to 17,600 square feet instead of 20,000. And we've extended the front right here to meet the 15-foot setback for the town center district. There's still an outdoor patio, but the building is now going to look very similar to other buildings within the town center district. We'll have all the exterior materials to match the design and architecture similar to the town center other buildings. Also, in order to meet the town center requirements, we have some fancy lights proposed, a couple on East Center Street and a couple down here on South Main. The parking has been rearranged slightly, but we're not trying to increase the impervious area. We've actually reduced it slightly. We have infiltration basins that are proposed for the paved surface in the parking lot, the entire building, and the entire entrance off of East Center Street, which will go to its own open basin. The previous two will be through infiltration basins underground. So we're doing our best to infiltrate a significant amount of impervious area. The project is a combination redevelopment in the riverfront area / new development outside the riverfront area project. If you may recall, this is a former Bunce's, and they had a go-kart track down here on the lower right-hand side. There's significant paved surfaces in there that are going to be removed. So we're making an improvement to the riverfront area. We've tried to reduce our footprint, working towards any of the identified wetland resources as much as possible. We have two areas in the center of the project that are isolated vegetated wetlands. These are jurisdictional under the bylaw. We have compensated, proposed to compensate for these two areas that we intend to fill with a compensatory area just outside of this grass channel. We had to make it at the same elevation as both of these IVWs. And within this footprint right here, we've compensated for the filling of those two areas. Much of the site is not to be filled. We're trying to keep it nearly the exact elevation. It'll be about 46, 47, 46 from the grass channel, 47 climbing as you get up to the original grade near the easement, the wires. Zoom out a little bit here. The applicant's proposed use under the wires has been pulled back, where we're going to have storage in the yard and storage also up in the top left-hand corner of the property. We feel it would be easier to reach agreement with the electric company to let us use that area if those items were not underneath the wires. To further compensate for filling these two IVWs, we have a replication area proposed on the top left north side of the property. We will gain some compensatory storage by replicating those wetlands in that area as well. Currently, without that, we have a very fine balance of fill and storage provided, so it becomes net zero. There is no filling of the wetlands. Other items that we added to the plan, we have a 8-foot privacy fence along the South Main Street side of the property with a vegetated buffer proposed on the outside. There's also a 6-foot fence, privacy fence with the privacy slats proposed up along East Center Street. The stormwater controls remain to have the surface water collected in this grass channel. Goes through a sediment forebay and into a wet basin. The outlet is proposed down here near the existing building, which shall remain. All other buildings will be removed, again gaining some permeability by removing several other small structures on the property. So also for you, we will have a wildlife habitat analysis that is being prepared by LEC Environmental. I've been told that it is due around December 5th, and it will be explained and discussed at the December 19th meeting if the schedule remains as posted. Before December 5th, I will have completed the site plan and revise and upgrade the stormwater management report so we can hopefully have the reviewer get a good look at this and give us some hopefully positive feedback and comments on the project. So that summarizes it in a nutshell. I just wanted to say hello again and bring everybody up to speed. We've tried to stay away from all the environmental resources as much as possible with any of the new construction. The existing area has already been developed in the past, so we're going to restore that and actually make it a little nicer by removing all of the impervious track that you can just see underneath here. It comes out better on in existing conditions, but there's the track right there. Does anyone have any questions at this point?
I mean, the only reason that you're really filling in the middle is to level it out, just to make it more even, right?
I cannot hear you too well. Can you
The filling in the middle is basically to level it off to make it usable area.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Yep.
What's in the bottom right, trees?
Is the bottom right-hand corner on the plan, is that a display area or is that a planting?
The bottom right here?
Yes.
That is for plants and flowers. I'm remiss, I should have mentioned that. The applicant also has a portion of his business where he will sell plants and flowers to locals that might pass by and contractors that want them for their jobs. And tentatively, they propose right down in this area here.
Okay.
Well, I think it looks good so far. So,
There isn't, there is an entrance out onto East Center.
The entrance on East Center Street, just, can you explain that a little bit? And how
Not that,
that changed from the original concept? Not that we have much jurisdiction on it, but,
yeah.
Yes, I'd be glad to. This entrance right here, we've reduced some of the pavement connecting the parking lot to the entrance. There was a concern that this might be a cut-through,
Yeah.
as I've been told happens through the existing plaza to the left.
Yeah.
So there will be retractable gates at the end of the parking lot and also right here on the driveway. And we'll pull this gate back a little bit, and that's so one of his trucks could actually come off the road and sit on the driveway without blocking the road, then press the code to get in. But it'll be for the owner to control the gates at this point and at that point. That will reduce it and eliminate any possibility of cut-throughs on his property.
Can you turn left or right coming out, or you can't?
it's a left and right turn leaving. But it's,
Currently, left and right turn, coming and going. The amount of traffic trips will be very limited. I can let the applicant speak for that, but it's basically his deliveries coming or going of his product.
I was just
Yeah.
curious.
so,
And
it's basically his deliveries and staff or employees coming in and out. It's not the general public using it.
No.
absolutely, that's correct. And I have the applicant with us tonight, that's Jordan Kamara, if you'd like to hear a few words from Jordan.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Good, good.
Yeah, so as Walter was talking, that's just going to be a secondary entrance for us if we have to make deliveries going down East Center Street. But all our traffic and any customers coming in would be coming off of South Main.
Okay, that was a concern that everybody had, I think, but it'd be a zoning and planning concern more than conservation, but.
not that this has anything to really do with us, but I was just wondering, the building that you put up, you said it's gonna look more or less like the center buildings, the center of town. Is there a
Yeah.
reason, is there something that you were told to do it that way, or just something that you just said?
Yeah, we were told that from zoning that
Okay.
it couldn't be a metal building.
Okay,
So we're proposing to do a stick framed building with stucco and stone veneer on the bottom and then stucco on the top.
okay,
So it's kind of going to look like the CVS or the Cumberland Farms look.
okay.
All right.
Definitely an improvement.
It'll be a
Oh,
very
looks
nice
good.
building when it's done. The entire property just happens to be at the limits of the town center district, so we had to conform to the wishes and regulations for the town center.
Well, I'm sure it'll look fine, it'll look good when it's done.
Yeah, it overall looks like a vast improvement from what's there,
Yeah.
so.
Agreed.
Well, everything looks good.
Thank you.
Carol or Steve have anything to say about it?
I'm just wondering, when you get with the wildlife, if you anticipate any major changes that might have to happen.
I don't know yet. I have to see the wildlife habitat analysis. I can tell you that we're not within any sensitive natural habitat, endangered species, threatened species.
Okay.
I'm sure there's wildlife out there, but do know that we're not within a critical area. So I think that the analysis should, well, hopefully, prove favorably for the applicant.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I think it looks good. Because we'll just entertain a
So-
motion. Oh, go ahead.
Walter, do you want to continue this to the 19th
Oh, yeah, okay.
of December, or do you want to go to the 5th and then continue it if we have to? It's up to you.
We can take it up.
If we can try for, we'll do the 19th.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'll get my materials in well in advance and give the reviewer some time to look at them.
Okay,
53.
perfect.
No, I think everything else.
Thank you, Tim.
State and all that stuff.
So December 19th. they'd
What
like
has
to-
to be done?
Is it with the state stuff?
They should, Walter thinks he'll have the documents so that we can send them out for review and hopefully have response by the 19th for the peer review.
Okay.
So that's why the 19th would work better than the 5th.
Okay. All right, so I'll entertain a motion to continue to December 19th.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll see you then.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
Have a good Thanksgiving, too. All right, next one's just administrative talk.
So much for Bunce's.
It's gonna look good, though, I hope.
I think so too. Doesn't look nice at all now.
No.
All right, and I can give you the administrative updates on 363. He's working with the engineer to get that filing done. So it's basically sitting right where it is. No more work's been done on the site, nothing's gone any further, so no more disturbance.
Yeah.
And 48 Vital Ave, I was expecting yesterday or today the general stormwater permit application in. I have talked to the engineer, and he was expecting to have it to me yesterday or today. So I will rattle his cage in the morning and find out where it is and tell him that they can't do any more work up there until we have approved a permit at this point.
Sounds good.
And other than that, I didn't have anything else.
We'll just sign some documents and anything to sign?
The what?
Anything to sign?
Just the order conditions for the 19 Scotland Street.
All right. And anything about, said 40 United Drive is just,
Yeah, the December 5th meeting, 40 United Drive should be presenting something before us. I have not received a set of plans to send out for review. Hopefully I'll get those so that they can start the peer review beforehand. I will tell everybody that the December 5th meeting, we will have a subdivision coming before us,
oh yeah?
29 house lots
Is that the one up
off
on
of Crescent Street.
Crescent Street?
So we'll have a little bit of work coming ahead of us.
I don't know that area at all, so.
It's called, West Meadows. Okay, so I've,
It's currently under review with the planning board for a subdivision. And they're
Is it-
using the same engineer we used for a couple of our hearings. And
is that the original of homes that they wanted to put in was 29?
yes,
I think they're gonna be able to get 29?
all depends on how the planning board,
Yeah, how they can
how they decide
cul-de-sacs and that,
Right.
and all that stuff.
how that all
Turning
works.
works. Is-
and how
Where's
the
that gonna
drainage-
be, Tim?
On December 5th, the hearing will
No,
start.
Where, for hearing from where?
It's Crescent Street and Old Crescent Street,
Okay,
up near Mill Pond.
okay, thank you.
And I did receive the filing today, so if I can get it done tomorrow, I will email it out to you before the holiday, so you have plenty of time to take a look at it and go through it. It's a sizable amount of pages,
I
so.
bet it is.
Wonder if there'll be a lot of people coming in this.
Well, planning board starts the hearing before us,
Yeah.
so there may be a lot of people
A lot of
Already
abutting areas in there.
involved in it at the planning board stage.
Okay. So I'm sure, I know there's gonna be a few people here that I know of that wanna.
Are there a lot of
Speak to-
abutters in that area?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they just don't understand how they can put that many in there and all that stuff, and just try to talk it through through.
Right.
All right, so anybody else got anything else to say?
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay, well, you guys have a good Thanksgiving
Yeah,
now,
have a happy Thanksgiving.
and I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Mo made a motion to adjourn.
Do we hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Enjoy your turkey.
All righty.